When you hear that intro, you know what it is. Jesse's dancing. Joey's on the phone, but I have a feeling that he's dancing right along with Jesse. Oh, you're going on tonight. I don't dance, obviously. I have the rhythm of a 2x4. So, as I've said before.
I got so much rhythm.
You're getting it tonight. Joey, please tell me that you're at your house getting down like Jesse.
You can't see it, but these hips are moving.
They don't lie.
Yes, them hips don't lie. All right, so we're coming to you with podcast. Is this number 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ocho.
Podcast number 8. That is incredible. So we have been rolling, and we're starting to incorporate segments and traditions into the podcast. And tonight is special because it marks the start of something that we're going to do, I imagine, for pretty much every podcast.
I hope so.
It's going to be hilarious. So what we've got is, we mentioned it last podcast, we're going to have stipulations. Tonight, Jesse and I both are gonna have to have stipulations. But normally, when we have everyone in studio, we're going to draw. Okay, and one person is going to have to, his name is going to get drawn, and they're going to have to draw a stipulation. It could be things like you can't say I, you can't show your teeth when you laugh, all kinds of crazy things.
I hope we draw that one tonight.
And, yeah, we'll go through some of these too. And once you get 3 strikes, you have a punishment that you have to do if you violate. So this is going to be interesting. So like I said, normally it'll be one person, and then once that person draws, they don't have to worry about it until everybody's gone. So say you draw this week, then next, until everybody's gone, you don't have to draw again.
Yeah.
You know? And then everybody's name goes in a hat. And I don't know if we'll have guests do it or not, because that'll kind of throw rotation off. We'll see. It just kind of depends. It would be funny to make the guests. Maybe we should do one of us draws and every guest has to do it.
Yes.
What do you think, Joey?
That could make things interesting.
Yeah, every guest has to do it, and then one of us draws to see which one of us has to do stipulations with the guest. Bam!
Now we just might have trouble finding guests now that they heard that.
Yeah, now they don't want to be on the show. See, now you're part of the planning process, audience. All right, so you ready to draw?
Yeah.
This is the start of greatness. All right. So these are the stipulations that we're gonna have. Joey just gets to be on the phone and laugh at us.
All right, you draw yours and then I'll read mine.
Okay. Okay, so.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Yes, go.
Ah!
I got it.
I have to not show my teeth when I laugh.
Starting right now, me can't say this. Okay, I'm gonna say it just before. So
Or we can cover it.
You
for
can't.
You.
Wait, you said you
use
got
the word I.
Yes, thank you, Joey. Me can't say that word. Jesse, I just picked up on it that you cannot show your teeth when you laugh. Are you kidding me? And just so you guys know, we have a whole thing full of,
Whoa, we totally just said those 2 as examples, and those are the ones we pulled.
And then we draw them, and we have a whole cup full of things. That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
You make it sound like that's the only thing in the cup.
We showed the camera that there's more in there.
Yes, there are more in here. I don't know how well you can see that. And those of you listening, I'm sorry that you're left out, but I assure you. Strike 1.
Strike 1.
I could have got a strike 2.
Oh, I just got a strike.
This is happening so quickly.
Everything is going way too fast for me. You scared me because me thought that me did it again.
I got 2.
Me thinks it's so funny that me told everyone about this particular rule, and me was the one to draw it. And me swears to you on everything that was not planned. There was in no way, shape, or form a plan for me to draw this rule, and I got it. I've been talking about it all week, as fate would have it.
The unintentional thing that comes along with this, though, is it sounds so cool, the way that you're talking right now, that I want to go by the stipulation myself.
Right, me sound like a caveman.
You seem cool. Me seem lame.
Me hadn't even been watching Jesse.
Me can't hear.
Oh, I can show him. I'm sitting here trying to not cover. Did me say?
You said I for a third time already.
Full consequence.
Not even 5 minutes into the podcast, and me. Oh man, now I got to draw a consequence.
It's gonna be
you
good.
You can say the word I as much as you want.
Now I was gonna say. So now do I go back to being able to say I and I'm done?
Yeah.
Yes.
But now you have to do something else. That's crazy.
I have to talk like Sean Connery. Do I have to do that the entire podcast, or is that just a certain timed event?
Do it
The entire show.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Oh. Did I say my teeth just now?
I did not see, so I would say that you are.
Be a hillbilly.
Folks are going to be commenting on how terrible my Sean Connery is.
That's wonderful.
Suck it, listeners.
Suck it.
Suck it, Trebek.
So this is interesting as we head into the podcast with something I thought was surely going to last longer than it did. I have already screwed up.
They're making it really hard for me to stick to my stipulations.
I love this because Jessie is talking like she has Botox in both of her lips.
And no teeth.
I am talking like Sir Sean Connery. And it is making her try to laugh with her teeth. Come on, Jessie, join the dark side. Laugh. Laugh with your teeth, woman.
My face hurts.
Laugh with your teeth. I see your teeth. The hunt is on.
It's my third one.
Third one. I'm not going to be the only one talking like an idiot.
Well, you might be because I don't know what my consequence is.
Oh, maybe we could go through and tell some of the stipulations and get people to give us more stipulations.
Yeah, we need. Okay.
And consequences.
I have to rap a song.
With music or just straight up rap?
I just have to straight up rap it, I guess.
I know what it should be. Use a hoe.
That's what I was thinking.
That, for those that don't know, that is Jessie's favorite song of all time.
Where should I start?
Wherever you're comfortable. Joey, how long does she have to give us?
Give us just a good 30-second flow and we'll call it good.
30 seconds, Jessie, rapping to the classic hit family song, Use a Hoe. Ready, set, and go.
Come on, player, what's a hoe always? And hoes never close, they open like hallways.
What?
So here's a hoe cake for your ho cool. And everybody, what's up? Cause hoes gotta eat too. Ho, use a hoe. Oh, use a hoe. Oh, you said that to the hoe. Oh!
That was not, you still have 10 seconds. Go.
I don't know.
Give me
Credit to the bit. I give her credit.
That was impressive. I hate talking like this because I still have a good I have a good more. 20. I have 23 minutes left to talk like this.
I'll do some more so you don't have to talk like that anymore.
23 something. You gonna rap more?
Came to a I can't.
Well,
my face hurts from not showing my teeth. From laughing. For what? Yeah.
My cheekbones hurt from doing this Sean Connery.
Do you want me to do it with you? I'll do it with you so I can talk about
It's the whole thing. You're doing the Sean Connery.
I am doing the Sean Connery. I'll tell you what would be funny is if you had to do the Harry Carey. The entire podcast.
What is that?
Hey, Jessie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If this mic were made of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it?
Yes.
I know Sean Connery sure would. Then he'd wash it down with an ice-cold Budweiser. Okay, so I can't think straight while I'm focused on talking like this. My board was crooked. Okay, Jessie.
Yeah.
You had something you wanted to talk about this podcast. Let us hear it.
Is there anything that you guys do that you know makes you really weird and you almost don't even want to tell people about it because it's so weird?
I talk like Sean Connery.
That's my fault.
At my place of employment after hours.
But the whole world knows about it.
Yes. What is your thing?
Well, I am deathly afraid at all times that I'm going to find a dead body. Okay, it's especially bad when I walk into a bathroom. I always think when I open the door, I'm going to find a dead body in there, or when I'm at the lake. I mean, you don't know what's at the bottom of the lake, you know? I think about it every day, and it's really weird. And I mentioned it at work, and my hippie soulmate that works there that's like 60-something, he said that I need to see a psychiatrist, and that being on this podcast doesn't help me at all. Mr.
Hippie Man, I do think that this podcast is very therapeutic. I don't know that a doctor would recommend it, but Sean Connery gives it his thumbs up.
Me
too. Joseph.
Yes.
So we were talking of things that are strange that we like to do, and I don't think it was recorded. Our camera messed up on us. We're looking at you, Cannon. Joseph had said that he likes to talk to himself in a baby voice, and people find that weird.
Well, the more I was sitting here doing it while we were having technical issues, the more I realized the longer I do it, the more it sounds like Herbert.
Who is this Herbert?
Off of Family Guy, the old creepy man.
Oh, yeah.
Joey.
Joshua.
I broke character, but it was for the sake of comedy. And
Man.
it was not even
For
funny.
the show, damn it.
That old man cracks me up.
It's like the more and more I talk, the more and more pedo it sounded, so I quit.
Joseph. Somebody's trying to talk like me. Go, Jesse.
All right, now I'm back to Sean Connery.
Oh, man.
So, yes, I have to do. So, are we going to stick to Sean? Should we just put a time limit on it, or should it be the rest of the podcast?
Go ahead, because you can't
I would say
concentrate.
just doing the first little, whatever bit you're on at the time, whatever segment, once that's over, you're done.
Okay, so we'll say like 5 minutes
That's
after.
what I was gonna say.
5 minutes. Okay, and I'm free
Woo!
of Sean Connery.
No more,
Hey,
Sean.
Justin, you're back on the show. Where you been?
Man, I had to take a break. How was Sean?
He was like way better than you. I don't even know why we have you on here, to be honest.
Because he does all of the editing for us, Justin.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
right. I'm sorry.
I'm a failure.
We love you.
Come back, Sean. No. But, yeah, so now I'm back, and I'll tell you what, just for the sake of fun, we should draw more stipulations.
This is going to take up the whole pot. I mean, do we have anything else to talk about?
No, actually, I was so focused on this that I really didn't plan for anything else.
But Joey can't do it with us, so he's just like,
Well, we'll just do one more round, and that'll pretty much
okay.
carry us through the rest of the podcast.
I want to play Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do we have it?
No, Joey has it.
Joey. Oh,
Yeah,
but we
it would
can't.
help if I showed up for the show if we were going to play that.
Yeah.
It might, yeah, we kind of would need the cards.
We need
Joey
you-
could tell us all of the choices.
All right. No, those are consequences.
Oh, okay, we're going to draw 2 more stipulations, and these will go back in. So now that you've seen them, it doesn't mean you won't ever see them again. It's just that
I definitely did put one of them back in there, but if you draw it, we'll put it. We'll
Okay,
do
that's
it again.
fine. All right, so my stipulation is don't put elbows on the table. No problemo.
I can't mention food or drink.
This should be interesting. Did we put the spell out numbers?
Just draw one for me, and make sure, as long as it's like a speaking one, I can do it too.
Okay. We could do that. I'll tell you what. Do this. Remember the number thing? Anytime you're going to say a number, you have to spell it.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
You know what, though? That used to be a serious problem of mine.
Spelling out numbers?
No. For like a year, a little bit over a year, everything I said, I had to spell it out in my head, or else I would go crazy. It's a little bit OCD, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I
But-
think that's a whole lot OCD.
No, it is, but the thing is that was like the only thing, though, that I had that was even OCD related. And it was
It was
like
like OCD cousins.
So this was like anything that you said?
I had to spell it out in my head, and I'm a terrible speller, so I don't even know.
So she had to get on her smartphone and text it out first. So the spell
This
checker
was
would
definitely
get it.
way before smartphones are even in existence.
Which is probably why she doesn't do it anymore. Once she
Yeah.
figured out she couldn't spell all these complicated thoughts in her head, she was like, maybe I should can that. All right, so I can't put my elbows on the table, which works out splendidly for me because I don't think I typically I probably do put my elbows on the table
We'll
sometimes.
see. We will see.
Now that it's a
I have armrest.
stipulation, you'll do it
I know.
CEN times.
All right, I got
a
it.
minute.
Justin.
All right, so I have 0
Joey.
strikes so far.
Jesse.
Jesse, look, even though mine's just elbow, every time I open my mouth now, I'm thinking, am I saying something that I shouldn't be saying?
Me too.
It's going to have me paranoid. I'm going to get on the air for my FM radio job and be like, blah, 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 blah. Good morning to you. 72 degrees, and me is having a fantastic time rocking out some great classic rock. Coming up, I got you some blah, 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 blah. Oh, I said I.
You're so good at that.
So good at what?
I could listen to you talk in your radio voice all day.
Really?
But just if you're talking about radio stuff like that, not like normal stuff.
My elbows aren't going on the table. I'm not getting
We
punished.
gotta let Joey talk some so he can say I.
Joey, tell us a story.
It's not That's mine.
Yeah, Joey has
he
to
said it.
No, he has to spell.
Oh, that's right.
All right, Joey. Tell
And
us.
I felt like you were trying to bait me a little while ago, Justin.
How was that?
But I have zero strikes against me, and I felt like you were trying to get me to talk about how many I had.
Oh man, I'm a total sneakster, and I didn't even mean to. No, all right, Joey. Tell us a story. Who is your favorite basketball player? What's his number?
My current or all time?
All time.
Oh, damn.
I'm not familiar with him. What's his number?
Let's see. Favorite basketball player all time? I don't know. I haven't really followed basketball that much. Maybe I can do baseball players.
I was just going to say favorite baseball player then.
Okay, favorite baseball player of all time was Cal Ripken Jr.
And what was his number?
His number would be EIGHT.
8. Jesse's looking like, what?
I thought he said EOGHT.
No, he said EIG.
I was like, EGOT.
See, I'm not that great at spelling either. I spelled EGOT.
Not only am I a terrible speller, but when you spell it out, yeah.
Joey recently just added a fire pit into his backyard. Joey, how many pieces of wood do you think you could fit into that thing?
Tons of wood.
How many pounds are in a ton?
TWOTHOUSAND.
You are the man.
All right, and cool story about the fire pit is it is actually rather large compared to most fire pits. It is SEVEN feet in diameter. So great big fire pit. Lots of people could sit around it. It took about TWOHUNDRED and FIFTY bucks to build it all from start to finish.
You are nailing it. Keep going.
But it would be really, it's gonna be well worth it. First night I finished it. If I say that word, did I have to spell that since it was technically a number?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's a strike. Numero UNO on me. So then, anyways, built it, sat out there. It was beautiful. Most relaxing thing. Now I've got to add speakers for music and all kinds of stuff. I ran my battery dead on the Yukon.
Man, how many songs do you think you would put on a playlist?
About as many as you would let me steal off of your iPod.
That's a lot.
Because you have a lot more than I have.
What is the date exactly that we are gonna go chill at your fire pit?
Unknown. It is an unknown date in the future. It would be nice. It would be nice if it was this weekend during the Summerfest, but I have to work again.
Darn you, adult responsibilities.
Oh no.
For SEVEN days in a row. Awesome.
Yeah. So Joey has 1 strike, correct? I have 0.
I have 0.
What are those things that you make around a fire? Marshmallows and Hershey's and stuff. What are they called, Jesse? What are they called?
I don't know. What are they called, Justin? S'mores?
Oh, strike 1 for Jesse. Man.
Oh, you got me.
I could have definitely made that smoother, but I know we're running out of time, so I just kind of wanted to go ahead and get it out there.
What else can we make around?
I forgot about her stipulation, and I was completely hooked on the fact that she had to say it funny or something. But S'mores.
S'mores? S'mores.
That's all I was looking for, was her to say it really weird or something like that.
I'm Sean Connery, and I like s'mores.
Give me your s'mores.
Ah, that's another one for me.
Joey's
I want s'mores, horse.
I wonder if he could start like a line there, like some kind of product, like s'mores whores. Whores and s'mores. Maybe they're not actual sexual whores. What they do is you rent them and they come to your place with like a little fire kit and they just feed you s'mores for X amount of time.
Whores, s'mores, and kicking down doors.
I think we're on to something. We should.
The s'more whores will kick down your doors.
Somebody's going to take that idea from you.
please.
Yeah.
Cut me in just a little
Right?
bit.
Girl Scouts kicking down your doors with s'mores.
Samoas.
I don't giving you Hawaiian people.
I did it again. Now I have to have a consequence.
All right, draw it just in time too, because we've got about another few minutes. We just got a very few minutes, so let's see. Please be the. Did you put the water?
Or SEVEN maybe?
I didn't put the water.
You should have definitely put the water.
I have to talk.
One of them's going to be you have to have a cup or a bucket of water dumped on
Yeah.
your head. So you've got to do what?
I have to speak in an English accent for the rest of the show.
Lucky that actually pans out to about 5 minutes. So
At least now you can talk about food since that's half of the greetings.
How many minutes do we have left, Joey? I'm terrible at this accent.
I'm sorry to any British listeners.
Something around FIVE or so.
Okay. So what we want from you, the listener, any consequences or stipulations that you can think of, please send them to us. We have several, but we want as many options as we can because this is something we plan to do every podcast, and we don't want just as much as you don't want to see the same things over and over again. We don't want to do the same things over and over again. So
Or the same people.
Well, the same people doing the same bloody
I got married
things.
because I did want to do that.
Oh,
So adorable. Cheerio.
so
As a kitten.
you let us know any stipulations. It's several things. Also, we need some haunted stories. Get in contact with us if you elbow on the table. Strike
You know
one.
you'll never find haunted stories. They're not real.
Haunted stories. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about ghosts coming up very soon. Also, stipulations, punishments, anything you can think of like that, send them to us. Facebook, email. If you ever need to email stuff to us, of course, you can find our Facebook, but it's just jaysfordays.podcasting@gmail.com. Email it to us so we can fill these cups up with more things to make for a funnier show.
I'm no good at social media, so our Twitter sucks right now. I'm
It's okay.
trying to improve.
It's okay. Our Facebook's doing pretty good. And Clamor, don't forget, download Clamor if you have the iPhone. Android, it's coming out soon. Download it and follow us for funny little clips and teases of each episode. But yeah, so that's basically going to wrap up this week's podcast.
I didn't have to talk in this accent for very long.
You got very lucky.
I need to work on it. It's very bad.
Geo.
Joey's is pretty good.
Righto, mate.
So I was going to say, okay, so did you transform from English to Australian there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You fancy some fish and chips?
Well,
Fish and chips, please.
we thank everybody for listening very much. We will be back next week, and then it's going to be, now that we've gotten kind of the groove of this, like I said, it's going to be, we're not going to draw twice in each person draw. We're going to draw for one person to go. I think once a stipulation's been drawn, though, what we should do is once it's been drawn and the punishment's been served, then you have to draw again. So basically, you have not everybody has a stipulation, but at some point during the entire podcast, somebody has a stipulation
I
going.
completely agree with you.
And then that way you always have the
Hey,
chance of
that
something
wasn't
funny.
bad.
I'm working on it. I'm Irish now.
That wraps it up for podcast number 8. I'm Justin.
I'm Jesse.
And I'm the guy on the other side of the telephone every week.
Right.
apparently.
That's Joseph. And we will see you next week. Hip hip. Cheerio.
Cheerio, righto.
Keep
Bye.
it real, my
Bye-bye.
homies.
It's been very lovely with you guys today. Bye.
Peace out, my homies.